Today, we are diving into a huge shift that is completely changing how we find things online. Seriously, it's rewriting the rules for what it even means to be visible on the internet.
You've probably felt this, right? You go to Google, you search for something, and bam, this AI-generated summary just pops up at the very top. And yeah, it feels helpful. But that convenience, it's got a massive hidden consequence. And no, you're not imagining things. The whole experience of getting an answer without ever having to click on a website, well, that's part of a very deliberate trend, and it's picking up speed fast. We're watching a whole new kind of internet get built in real time.
To put it as plainly as possible, this simple act of clicking a link in a search result to go to a website, that's starting to become a thing of the past. And when you see the numbers behind this, it's pretty shocking.
Yeah, minus 61%. That is a huge number. So what is that? That's the drop in organic, non-ad clicks you see whenever one of those Google AI overviews shows up. Let me just show you what that collapse looks like visually.
So the thing to really get here is that this isn't just some small dip. We're talking about a free fall. A study from Sear Interactive found that organic clicks just plummet by over 60%. And look, even paid ads take a massive hit. That AI answer, it's not just another option on the page. It is sucking up almost all of the attention.
Okay, so why? Why is this all happening? It's happening because the entire mission of what a search engine is changing right in front of us.
And this slide lays it out perfectly. For decades, Google was a search engine. Think of it like a directory, a map that pointed you to other places online. Now it's morphing into an answer engine. Its goal is to stop being the map and start being the destination itself.
And why is it so powerful? Honestly, it comes down to basic human psychology. Our brains are hardwired to take the easiest path. It takes way less brainpower to just read one clean, synthesized answer than it does to click on 10 different links, try to figure out which one is trustworthy, and stitch it all together yourself. AI is basically just giving us the shortcut our brains were already looking for.
Now here's where it gets really interesting for businesses. Think about it. When a customer is researching a new phone or a vacation spot, by just chatting with an AI, that whole discovery process is completely invisible. Businesses can't track it with their normal tools. And this new invisible path to making a purchase is what people are starting to call the AI dark funnel.
So if the old rulebook for getting found online is basically being torn up, what's next? If you can't count on getting clicks, you have to learn to play a different game. Let's get into the new playbook. It's a totally different way of thinking, and it's built around two key ideas.
All right, first up is AAO, which stands for Answer Engine Optimization. The goal here isn't just to rank high on a list of links anymore. The goal is for your content to be the answer. You want the AI to literally grab your explanation, your data, your step-by-step guide, and serve it up directly to the user as the final word.
And the other side of that coin is GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. This is all about making your website so authoritative, so trustworthy, that when AIs like ChatGPT or Gemini are building a really complex answer, they choose to cite you and pull your insights directly into what they create.
So how do you actually do all this? Well, the strategy is surprisingly direct. You have to start thinking like an AI. That means starting your content with the answer right up front, no long intros. Use really clear formats like lists and tables that are super easy for a machine to understand. Write smaller, laser-focused articles. Add FAQ sections to your pages. They are perfect AI training food. Use a little bit of code called schema markup to basically label your content for the machines. And finally, show your authority and just cut all the fluff. Get to the point.
Because at the end of the day, an AI is basically programmed to look for the exact same things a really smart human would look for: trust, authority, and clarity. It's on the hunt for facts you can verify from a real expert, presented in a way that's super clear and easy to understand.
But where do AIs actually go to find this great content? This is so important because, as you're about to see, different AIs have very different tastes.
Okay, let's start with ChatGPT. It leans really heavily on stable, established knowledge. I mean, look at this. Wikipedia makes up a staggering 43% of its citations. That's because its main job is to build a solid foundation of knowledge, so it goes for those authoritative encyclopedic sources first.
Now check this out. Compare that to Google's AI. Whoa, it is a completely different story. Google's whole business is about what's new and relevant, so its AI loves fresh, community-driven stuff. Reddit and YouTube are at the very top, followed by Q&A sites.
Google wants to know what people are talking about right now.
Okay, so if clicks and website traffic aren't the be-all and end-all anymore, how in the world do you measure success in this new landscape? Well, the metrics themselves have to change.
And this is the pivot. We are moving away from obsessing over page rankings and traffic numbers, and we're moving toward measuring our visibility inside the AI's answer. The new game is all about your AI share of voice, how often you get cited, and how many times your brand's name shows up.
So what is AI share of voice? It's actually a pretty simple idea. Let's say someone asks an AI for the best project management software, and it lists 3 companies. If your company is one of them, your share of voice is 33%. It's all about owning the conversation right where it's happening now. But does any of this actually lead to results? I mean, does this new kind of visibility matter? The data says unequivocally yes. Brands that get cited in Google's AI overviews actually earn 35% more organic clicks than brands that don't. Being seen as the authority in the AI answer actually drives real, high-quality traffic. It proves that changing your strategy really pays off.
As marketing expert Neil Patel says, the game has just changed. If you don't show up in that AI answer box, you are, for all intents and purposes, invisible. It's not just about the click anymore. It's about the impression, the brand awareness, and being seen as the authority.
And that brings us right to the core of this whole thing, this fundamental trade-off we're all facing between the old web and the new one that's being built.
And this is the question that every brand, every publisher, every single creator has to start asking themselves. As AI becomes the new front door to all information, is it more valuable to be cited as a trusted source than it is to just get a simple click? The answer to that is going to define the entire next chapter of the internet.